Hey guys, I'm coming to you with another day for Conquer the Silence. Uh, okay, those are just a few of the feelings I am experiencing right now, as it is 2 a.m. and I'm really not sure that I accomplished all the things that I needed to accomplish today. But it was definitely still a good day in terms of good things were accomplished and many things were learned, and so if somebody had to ask, today was still a success. But wow, I'm just realizing I am behind on a lot of things and have a lot of stuff to do. In terms of I'm going to start changing these videos just a little bit. I'm just because not a lot's been happening with Conquer the Silence, so I'm going to spend a little bit more time just talking about what's going on in my daily life and the reasons why I'm not getting around to Conquer the Silence as much. But first, the updates for Conquer the Silence. Today, I got a couple Instagram posts completed, and these ones are our story posts. I really like these posts. They're very just brief um, quotes from people who are struggling with depression and anxiety, and um, I just like them because it gives me an opportunity to reach out to friends and family and talk with them for a minute. Sometimes, usually, it's just a simple text message or a couple of simple text messages back and forth, but it gives me an opportunity to stay in touch with people, and it also allows me to really get some real perspectives on what's going on. Because I can spend all day just thinking, yeah, depression's bad, anxiety's bad, and sure, I've had my own experiences with it, but where I don't struggle with it every day or almost every day, it can sometimes kind of just become uh, I can kind of become numb to it, I guess is what I'm saying. But reaching out and hearing other people's perspectives on how different things affect them and the things they feel or wish other people knew really helps open my eyes up again and be like, yes, this is what we need to work on. So for that, I was glad I was able to do that. Um, Outside of that, I don't think I got anything else done for Conquer the Silence. Not that I can remember. A little bit disappointed that in some ways, but like I said, I have a lot of other things going on, and I don't know why. I have really been struggling to manage my time properly lately, and so it's something I'm going to be working on. Always have time, always have the ability to improve and the opportunity, and I'm going to take this opportunity to improve and become better. But yeah, I've definitely been struggling with time management a lot. Uh, I'm still getting a lot of things done, but I'm not getting as much done as I could be and as I need to be getting done. So, that said, today though, even though I'm struggling with that and that's something I'm working with, the things I did accomplish today, I honestly don't remember a lot what happened this morning. It was kind of a blur. I believe did some studying and stuff and reading. I've been getting really bad at that. A lot of things I read and stuff, it just all kind of time I spend reading and time I spend studying kind of just meshes together with everything else I do because it's just I don't know. I do better when I get up and move when I'm doing stuff. It helps me remember things. So, uh, but even that still said, in the morning I did spend some time preparing a thing for a project, and then I went over and talked with a couple that I know, asked them some questions about their marriage for a school project that I have, and then after that, also did that with my parents. Skyped them. I couldn't just go over and visit them, things out there in Puerto Rico, and I'm here in Utah. It's a little bit hard, but that's okay. Uh, yeah, that's what I spent most of my morning and afternoon working on. Then I ran a few errands, and then I had a date. And I think the date went well. We just went to dinner. It was a simple date. I had an opportunity to talk and catch up. Uh, I have taken her on a few dates, and I just opened up to her, and even at the end too, and just told her how I felt, kind of where I felt like things were going, and or at least where I would hope they would go. Sorry, I guess didn't really tell her where things are gonna go, but told her where I hoped maybe things would go and just how I was feeling about it. And she said that she was down to go on another date and that she would felt like it'd be good to kind of reevaluate and talk about it then. So I guess I got another date. If nothing else, that's good. I don't know when exactly. I'll have to call her and talk to her tomorrow. But um, yeah, so I don't know. Always lots of mixed feelings about a lot of things. There's parts of me, I am definitely happy and excited that at least I have another date, if nothing else. The other parts of me too definitely do get overwhelmed just with everything else going on. But human connection is such, I've talked about it before, but it's so important for me and so big. And having healthy human connection really, I know it helps really anybody, but I I know I just thrive off of human connection and healthy human connection. So while it is something, having relationships just with people in general, but even with somebody that I may be dating or may date, um, it can be draining. It can be a lot of work sometimes, but it's definitely worth it for me. It really helps just keep me pushing along through everything else that I'm going through, good or bad. You know, sometimes it's a lot of good stuff that's going on. It's just overwhelming, but yeah. So those were kind of the big things, and then I worked on putting my project together. I just had to type up a paper based off of the questions and interview that I had with the different couples, my mom or my parents, and the other couple that I met with today, and one I met with earlier this week. So I put that together, and then the last thing, which might have possibly actually been the biggest thing that I did today, I went and watched a movie. Now I know, I watched a movie, but it was there's the movie called Green Book, and I am horrible at explaining what movies are in a concise manner, but I need to keep it concise. So here's your description. It's basically a movie against racism. Um, it talks. The storyline is a uh, black musician. This is set back maybe about 60 years ago, roughly. So it's a well, very well off black musician who um, took the opportunity to, instead of just performing for the groups that would accept him, also went and took the time, or like made the efforts to travel down to the South where people still weren't the most accepting of blacks at the time, and began performing for them, and basically just trying to, break the stigma down. But it was a really good movie. There were funny parts, there were sad parts, there were very eye-opening parts. Um, and I would definitely recommend it. In fact, it was probably one of the best movies I've ever watched. I don't know that I could rate it the best, just because I honestly don't remember all the movies I've watched. I've probably watched one or two at least that have probably been better, but still, it was a very, very good movie. And it it was touching because I realized it's, I guess in a sense, kind of the things that somewhat along the same lines of what we're trying to do with Conquer the Silence. Now I want to be careful there. Now depression and racism are totally different in many ways, but they do have some similarities. There are just stigmas around things. People have for a very long time, and even now, unfortunately, still a little bit, have stigmas there's stigmas surrounding different races, some good and many that have been bad, and those affected people, and it took people to stand up and change that. And unfortunately, in today's society now, there's definitely some stigmas that surround people who are depressed, that they're just always, just always a negative person, or that they just you can't have fun with them, or whatever it is. They're kind of different stigmas, but they are stigmas, and they're things that we need to break down, the things we're working on. Um, and we're going to take it one step at a time, um, and hopefully work to gain people's acceptance. It's definitely different, though. It's not like people are out there protesting, oh, you know, kick all the depressed people out of our society. That was racism's thing. This is it's a different, whole other ball game, in many sense, or in that sense. But that said, I don't know. Just had a lot of takeaways from the video. Just really saw that, like, especially if nothing else, doing your best to stick to your word and fight for what your work or fight for what you believe is right, and to love others, all have major impacts on people. Um, and I hope that throughout this whole process, I can do a good job of all of those things. Am I going to be perfect at it? Absolutely not. I've just looking back at this the last week, man. I have messed up a lot, but um, like I said, the goal is you got to have something to work for. But yeah, that was my day. That's what's been going on with Conquer the Silence. That's what's been running through my head. There's really is a whole lot else I could update you guys on, but they're all just little details that are really unimportant. But uh, I don't know. I hope that kind of gives you guys a little insight, though, of what's going on in my life, why I'm not getting as much done as I'd hope. But that's going to be changing, one step at a time. We're working at it. And yeah, thanks as always for watching. And I am going to be better at getting these uploaded every day. But thanks again for watching. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything, you can always leave them in the comments below. And I will do my best to get back to them in whatever way I feel is most appropriate. But I hope you guys had a great day, and I'm looking forward to giving you guys tomorrow's update.